Hello and welcome back to
another video is what I meant to say.
This is Anaya, and today we're going to be reading a Kenma X Listner Part 2 that I made, because a lot of people have been wanting me to make this, and I seen like 3 comments that were very insistent on me making this, so I made it yesterday and we're reading it today. Okay, let's get started. Waking up bright and early to take a shower, you wondered what last week's moment had meant. It had been on your mind all week, ever since you pushed that boy away for kissing you and ran away. Again, you had no idea what this boy meant to you. God damn it, you didn't even know his name. So for him to make you all flustered like that was unbelievable to you. Whatever, he was just teasing. He's probably forgotten all about it. You frowned at the thought in your mind. Drying your hair with a towel, you take some of your most expensive body spray and drench yourself with it. You smelled yourself, knowing you smelled cute. All the boys and girls had complimented you about this spray before, and you had only worn it for special occasions since then. But now, you wanted to smell good every day. You had been avoiding the boy from the gym for the entire week and finally felt comfortable to let your guard down today. It was a Friday after all, and a miracle would have to happen for you to accidentally bump into him, right? Well, at least that's what you thought this morning. Sitting in science class, you were ignoring your professor and playing your game as you usually do when you get bored. Until your professor stopped talking. He did this mostly when he was staring at someone, which was most likely you. So you picked your head up, expecting him to be glaring at you. It's sadly a regular occurrence for us, as he had put it in a parent-teacher conference one time. Though when you picked your head up, he was not staring at you. In fact, no one was. They were watching the door of the class as a 5'6" boy with black faded honey blonde hair followed a counselor into the class. It's him! You exclaimed in your head. You couldn't keep your eyes on him, and as it seemed your professor was introducing him to your peers, you completely ignored it and went back to playing your game until... As your game was forcefully grabbed from your hands, you let out a gasp. And this is exactly why I am reassigning you a new partner. You will get this after class. Your professor, now with a red face as if someone had just poured boiling water on him, turned to your current partner and yelled at them as well. Why don't you tell them to pay attention in class instead of ignoring them? He asked. Your partner, who was one of your best friends, slipped you a damn busted smile, and you gave a nod back. I'm sorry, Professor, she responded. I didn't think it would be wise. And why not? Well, because I didn't want to start a fight. You know how they are with that game. Save it. Just collect your things. Yes, Professor. That's right. He said he was giving me a new partner. But who? You looked around the room to find someone not in their usual spot, and then your eyes landed on the boy who had just walked in. He was standing behind your professor, and before you could think it, your professor had motioned him to come closer. Turning back to you, he said, as I'm sure you were not paying attention to my introduction before, this is Kenma. So, his name is Kenma. Your thought process stopped when your professor continued his speech. He's transferring into my class because it's closer to the boys' locker room. Kenma is on the boys' volleyball team, and he has trouble keeping up with the schedule for games. Okay, why do I need to know this? And since you'll be partners from now on, it works both ways. I've noticed Kenma has a game as well, but in my third period, he seems to have no trouble paying attention to my lessons. Yeah, right, more like lectures. You rolled your eyes, but you were still able to catch a quickly formed smirk on Kenma's face before his mouth swiftly returned to its normal frown. Oh, brother, gag me. As class ended, your professor finished his lecture, as you called it, by saying, and this project will be due by Monday, so pick your partner fast. It was a 2-people assignment, and it was your turn between you and your 2 friends to find someone outside of your circle of 3 to partner up with. Oh, why did it have to be me now? So, wanna be partners? You snapped your neck to where the voice had come from. It was a boy with short black hair. He looked to be around 5'7". You sighed and were about to agree. Why not? It's not like I have a better choice. When a voice pushed in front of yours. Sorry, we've already agreed to be partners. You cocked your head at the boy sitting beside you. He had his eyes closed when he spoke, but opened them shortly after the boy with the black hair walked away. Mustering up the tone in your voice, you agonized him about why he had said you were already partners. All he said was, "Didn't I make it obvious last week?" Your face turned red as you thought back to the moment of the kiss. Immediately, you turned your head to look away. What do you mean? Breaking in between them, he said, "I'm saying I've already made my claim on you." You held your breath for the longest time and didn't dare make any sudden moves as if your life depended on you staying still. Now, you weren't just embarrassed. Now you wanted to kick his ass. You faced him, though now he was standing to leave. You had to look up to meet his eyes. You spoke. I'm still better than everyone at Animal Crossing." He only let out a slight chuckle. Yeah, everyone except me. He left you speechless. You couldn't believe him, but you refused to lose. "Is that a challenge?" You asked. "Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Guess you won't know until I finish practice at 5:30. What do you mean? I'll be home by then." "Who said you were allowed to go home?" Again, your stomach met your feet and your heart grew wings because it was fluttering, and as flustered as you were, you didn't dare break eye contact because you knew if you did, it was like you were accepting defeat. You two were taking quite a while, and your professor was not too happy about this. "Are you two done with your staring contest yet?" "I do have one last class before school ends." Finally deciding it was time to move on with the rest of your day, you turned your head to apologize to your professor. Grabbing your backpack, you walked past Kenma to collect your game. Your professor gave you one final warning before releasing the game back into your possession. As you both left the classroom, you gave Kenma a nod, then turned to walk away. But as soon as he was no longer in your sights, you felt a hand grab your arm. Your body was spun around due to the sudden tug, and for the second time you landed into Kenma's uniform, just like the first time when you first had acknowledged each other's existence. Again, you caught a whiff of his cologne as he did your body spray, and you could tell he was being as gentle as he could with his hands, moving from your arms to your waist. You stepped back, letting only a few inches between you have air. He was an inch or two taller, so even though you were standing, you still had to look up a bit. And pulling you into him, he whispered, "Why are you so flustered? Am I really that cute to you?" You moved your head back and went to bite him as it was the only source of defense you had, now that your arms were pinned to your side and your legs were wobbling at his grasp. Though before you were able to bite him, his lips met yours, and that was all you needed to become gravy. One part of you was saying, Don't do it. He's not good for you, as the other side of you was yelling at you to kiss him back. Your emotions were like a whirlpool. You could not contain them anymore. So instead of listening to your head, you listened to your heart and pulled your hands from his, touching the back of his long hair, kissing him back. You only broke away at the sound of a bell. "Oh, shit." You looked at him, then turned to walk away, barely stopping to say, "I'll meet you in front of the gym." You couldn't see it, but Kenma smirked at your sentence before returning to his walk towards his own 6th period. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun making this in between classes. And if you guys want a part 3, I am more than happy to give you one. I'm probably going to post this Sunday, which is tomorrow, because I did have 2 other comments. One requesting a 3rd part of my CL Phantom Hive video, and another one requesting a Sugawara Koshi video. And since I only post once a week on this channel, which is Monday, I did want to get these out for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and come back for more. Yeah, leave your opinion in the comments. Again, join my Discord, please. If you feel like, chatting up with me, telling me what you guys would like me to do next. I'm more than happy to pull your ideas and brainstorm them into stories. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much. Bye guys. Oh my god, did I just do a Sniper Wolves outro? Oh my god.
Hold my hand and then you won't. You say you love me, then you don't. You keep me running and running around.